Yeah. So we're gonna let the room build a little bit. Let the room build a little bit. Black lavender. But it's crazy. Oh, there she go. But so what I wanted to talk about today was the subconscious mind, right? It's two things, the subconscious mind, and I wanted to tie it into religion or belief systems and spirituality, right? Because we have been deceived. I don't want to say we've been deceived by anybody outside of us because there's nobody outside of us. But we've, through our belief system, have deceived ourselves to believing in the Antichrist. And I want to explain to you why we believe in the Antichrist. And it's going to start with us understanding the subconscious mind, right? So, reflect the light from the all-seeing eye 3, you feel me? Listen, when it comes to, matter of fact, I want to know who knows what the subconscious mind is. Who knows what the subconscious is? I know we talk about it all the time. We talked and spoken about this before, but I want to see who's listening. I want to see who understands what the subconscious mind is, because Chief has broken down the subconscious mind, the conscious, the quantum unified field, all of these sciences, and we are to apply these to our lives so that we can unravel our minds and our psyches from the misinformation and programming that we're up under. So the subconscious mind is obviously the part of you that is unconscious, right? The subconscious is everything that you perceive to be outside of you, everything that you think that you can't control, right? The cell phone is outside of you, right? It turns on and off. You can't really control it unless you charge it up. It can do what it want to do. The weather, nature, other people, everything that's outside of your five senses is a part of the subconscious mind. That's what we would call God. Nature. I love myself, Zeal. Peace to the gods. Welcome to the live. So when it comes to the subconscious mind, we must understand that it rules 95% of your reality. Right? All of the images that you see, the sounds that you see, the smells that you smell, everything that you observe with these two eyes, you feel me? Everything that you are observing through your senses is a part of the subconscious mind. Get that understood. Get that understood. Right? Now, all of this is being stored into your processor. Remember, the subconscious mind is a part of the brain. It's a part of the mind. Your mind is the processor of your being, like Chief teaches us. Your mind is, we're quantum computers. We're all fractal quantum computers of the quantum field of infinite possibilities. Appreciate your reflection. So our mind is a computer. It's a processor. It's storing information and data, whether it be images, sounds, movements, whatever it is. Your brain is storing that data so that you can upload and utilize later on once you get triggered by a certain signal. So your subconscious mind rules 95% of reality. Your conscious mind right now, we're neuron cells inside the body of God. What makes us different and what distinguishes us from the rest of nature, the trees, the bees, the birds, everything else, we are conscious. We have the ability to think for ourselves, or we think that we think for ourselves, but we're able to, sort of speak, go against nature. Do as thy wills. The conscious mind is the part of you that says, hey, I'm going to wear this t-shirt today. Hey, I'm going to hang this up on my wall. Your conscious mind is the part of you that says, I'm a melanated being. I'm a man. I'm a woman. That's your conscious mind. But it only rules 5% of what's going on. So if we truly want to understand life, which is a dream, we have to come to terms with the subconscious mind. We got to understand that. The unseen realm, that's what the subconscious is. That's the unconscious. We're being ruled by programs that we can't see, right? You may be triggered by a certain thing in your reality, but your response is going to be based by the data that your brain stored in your subconscious as a kid. The subconscious mind is programmed from age 0 to 7, right? The subconscious is right below conscious. Before you're conscious of, oh, hi, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, this is my name, I'm this age. Before you're conscious of that, you're unconscious. And that state of mind is known as theta state. This is the part of the mind, right? Because the mind has different wavelengths, different brain waves that it vibrates on, and this gives you different frequencies within your reality. Theta state is the state of mind that you go into when you go to sleep. Right before you go all the way into REM, you about to go into theta state. You slip into that theta state, and now your subconscious mind, your imagination is wide open. Wide open. It's susceptible to all information, sound, smells, touch, everything. Images, everything is going to go into your subconscious mind in that theta state. So as a kid from 0 to 7, we're automatically in that theta state because we're unconscious. We're children. We don't know what's going on. We're being taught and programmed how to exist within the reality. Now, when you become 7 years old, you become conscious of the program that you have been given, and now you finally upload those, because remember, your computer, you upload that information, and your brain projects that information into your reality so that you can experience the creation, so that you can experience your observation. Now, when it comes to spirituality, which is the study of energy, like Chief teaches us, religion, or simply belief systems, it is very, very important to understand that reality is subconscious, right? What you say, you get back. We have to be cognitive of what we say. You're casting spells with your words. You're summoning certain spirits and certain energies to embody and experience when you say certain names and certain titles and certain labels. Now, Christ, we talk about the Bible, and I have nothing against the Bible. I actually thought about my experience with the Bible, and growing up, my mother used to try to take me to church. We was in there playing around. We really wasn't having it. But then in high school, I ended up going to a Catholic school, and we had religion class every day. One religion class every day, every year. Every day you go into religion class. So the Bible has always been there. And I remember Chief saying that the Bible is a tool that we've given to ourselves in our reality to help us remember and remind us of what we are, and for us to basically get a precursor of what's to come. We are in a time where the Christ, the Son of human form, the Eligio Bishop, is actually here, our mother's first son, to awaken humanity, to awaken and raise the consciousness on the planet with the message that he's come to bring. Right? So the Bible is not something that we should throw away. We should actually go pick it up and re-look at it with a sharper eye, with an open mind, right? Because there's only one eye, and that's your imagination, that's your mind's eye. So with an open mind and decode it for what it really is. Now, we've been programmed. Since you can remember, the first person to tell you about God wasn't God. You feel me? Everything is God. You feel me? We are all God. Different pieces and versions, different versions of God. But the first person to tell you about God was your parents, or whoever was the authority in your life. They told you about God first. So they gave you the program of Jesus. Most likely, a lot of us African Americans were given the program of Jesus. Jesus is a Caucasian man, right? The image of Jesus is a Caucasian person, a less melanated version of what we are, right? Now, they've got images of this man everywhere. In the movies, people got tattoos of this man on their body, on their face. You feel me? People going to church every day. This man on the back of buses. The concept of Jesus is being programmed heavily into our minds and into our subconscious, whether we believe it or not. But we consciously, some of us African Americans, some of us melanated beings that believe that we're woke, we believe that Christ is the black man. Now, while you are right, right? I want to get into this real quick. I want to give you a scientific fact as to why Christ couldn't be a Caucasian man and why he would have had to been, or why he is a melanated man. First off, right, the story of Christ. I just want to debunk the story of what they gave you in the Bible because we have to decode it for what it is. They said that Christ in the Bible was born in Nazareth, Palestine, which is the Middle East. That's close to Egypt. That's between the equator. That's right by the equator, between the tropic ley line of Cancer and Capricorn. The sun is at its most powerful right there in that spot. So if Christ was born and portaled through into that spot through the methylation process and epigenetics, we know biologically that the methylation process is the process through which nature selects certain genes to be turned on and off prior to the maturation of the mother and father's egg and sperm cell so that the child can survive in that environment. Whatever your mother and father was going through before you was born, yeah, nature selected certain genes so that you can survive in that environment. So if Christ was born in the Middle East near the sun, near the equator, near the equinox, nature by law, by universal law, would have had to select genes for him to have melanin, for him to be darker pigmented, because you can't survive near the sun without dark pigmented skin. That's a scientific fact. So Christ is a black man, but we consciously think that, oh no, I think that Jesus or Christ is a black man. Okay. But the fact that we still calling him Jesus says otherwise. Why is that? The reason being is because, remember, when it comes to spirituality or belief systems, we're calling on different spirits, right? Different energy. Look at the word Jesus and what it's attached to. Well, first off, let's look at the etymology of the word Jesus or Iesus, which comes from the Greek. It comes from the Greek word Iesus, and that's a translation of the Hebrew word Yeshua. But the word Jesus cannot be translated into the English language. So first off, Christ came to save who today? Those that are most oppressed and marginalized today speak English. He would have to come and speak the dialect of the people he came to save in order for them to even relate or understand the message or receive the grace. You follow me? That don't make sense. And then let's look at the image that's attached to the name of Jesus. It's a Caucasian. Now, from when you was a kid and on up right now, what do you know about the Caucasian? Well, you know that the Caucasian, that being, that vibration has been a cancer on the planet. It has been made to steal, kill, and destroy from the very essence of what's sustaining our life and our existence. Nature. So when we say, oh yeah, I believe in Jesus, understand that your conscious mind, you think that it's a black person, but your subconscious mind cannot differentiate or distinguish what's been loaded up into your memory. And your memory, your memory has been bombarded with the image of a white Jesus, of a white savior. And guess what we do? And this is how crazy it is. So this is how psychologically of a mind fuck it is. We begin to believe in it so much, and we truly believe that Jesus is God. Because why? We begin to idolize and do the same things that the Caucasian is doing on the planet. Look at the money. Who's on a dollar bill? In God we trust. It's a white man on a dollar bill. Jesus is a white man. It's all psychological it's all subconscious programming that we not paying attention to, but we can believe otherwise consciously. But it's not only until we decide to reprogram our subconscious mind with truth and live in that truth that our actions will be different. You feel me? You can't say that you believe that Christ is a black man, but then you go to work. You see what I'm saying? But then you go be like the Caucasian. Christ's whole message was to separate yourself from the system, to not be a part of the system. And that's why today in modern day, the true Christ is the Eligio Bishop. The all-seeing eye 3, Eligio to Christ. And that he's shown us what? Separate from the system. Let's not be a part of the system. Let's not be a part of the cancer. Let's reprogram our subconscious mind. But if you keep continuing to indulge and be a part of the world, yes, we are in the world, but you don't have to be of the world. Some of y'all are celebrating Thanksgiving today. What the fuck is Thanksgiving? Do you know what that is? Or are you just subjectively going along with the go along? I'm not a part of it. And guess what? My name is Facts to you. My name is Brother Facts. It's not Jax. It's Facts. F-A-X. Take the J out of there. But you see, some of us are celebrating Thanksgiving. What is that? That's a pagan holiday, right? The story goes, right? Christopher Columbus came and slaughtered the whole village of Indians. That's what we're celebrating. We're celebrating the massacre of what? Nature. And this is what we do today. We're celebrating us destroying nature. That's what we do for holidays. We celebrate. Let's celebrate us destroying nature and being cancer cells on the planet. That's what we do. That's what we're doing right now. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm cool. I'm going to fall back. You feel me? I'm going to fall back. Understand that Jesus is the Antichrist because of what the Caucasian represents. Now, I'm not taking away the consciousness and the message that Christ carried in the Bible, because I believe in it wholeheartedly. You feel me? My chief teaches it live and direct. You feel me? We believe in that. We believe in getting in tune and in harmony with nature. You feel me? Living in harmony with God. I'm not taking away nothing from y'all, but what I'm saying is that we should look at the concept of Jesus with an open eye and understand that Christianity and Islam and any other religion is just that day's interpretation of nature. Remember, Christ pointed into nature to give you parables to learn. He was teaching you parables about nature. Look at the birds and the bees of the field. Look at the lilies of the field. That's the source. Get into a nature. And it's funny because nature is going to help reprogram your subconscious mind. Literally, because there's nothing suggesting you to go against yourself in your natural environment. You feel me? So utilize the Bible the right way. And also there's polarity to everything. So on the flip side, Jesus is a placeholder, right? They have the Catholic Church. They got the Pope. The Pope is a placeholder for Christ, for the return of the Christ. And y'all know them transcripts is fulfilled now. All 6 of them joints has been released. So Christ is on the rise right now. Christ's return is coming. It's the ascending is happening right now. So everything is being fulfilled. But Jesus is a placeholder. The idea of Jesus was given to us as a placeholder for the real Christ to come that's going to fulfill the prophecy. And it's a good thing because we needed some type of foundation for us to understand what's taking place and how nature is taking its course. You feel me? So just understand the subconscious mind, man. Understand the subconscious mind. Understand that when you say certain things and you say certain titles and certain names, you call on certain spirits. Like for instance, 10 years ago, Tasha, somebody you might have went by Ashley 10 years ago. Now you go by Tasha. But the people that used to know you as Ashley coming to talk to you now, and they saying Ashley, you're gonna be like, hold on, that's not who I am. You speaking on a different energy. Like you summoning and want me to channel a different energy. That's not who I am no more. I'm Tasha now. You feel me? It's like me getting out of my lower self. I used to go by a certain name. Now I go by Facts. When you call on my government name, you call on a part of me that was attached to white supremacy and didn't know who I was. This version of me, Facts, is a version of me that's conscious of my subconscious and the subconscious nature of reality. You feel me? And it summons and it channels a different energy versus my past self. You feel me? Versus my lower self. We got to understand that. So you said you can't get rid of it, but what is a name? What is a name? My name can be, that's my name. My name is, That's my name. Yeah, they call me. What is a name? A name could be anything. You feel me? We can make. You see, I just made up a name with a sound. That's my name. You see, now that's a name is a program, a part of the subconscious program that you've been given. A government name. A government name. Your government name is attached to a social security number and a birth certificate that keeps you tied to your lower self, to your oppressor. They govern your mind. That ain't my name. That ain't my. If they governing that title, that ain't my shit. That ain't mine. It don't belong to me. That's who I used to be. I appreciate my lower self's existence and who I used to be because it's my ingredients. But I'm more of that now. I'm more of what I was. No, you can't escape nothing because wherever you go, there you will be. You feel me? Nothing is outside of you. I am everything. So no, you can't escape nothing. You can't escape yourself. You living inside your own mind. You feel me? Respect, Joni. Respect. Yeah. But even the name, that's a subconscious program right there. We giving each other names. We don't even have to talk. Remember, body language is 85% communication. So all this talking, we talk too much. We talk too much. Do you feel me? The universe responds to frequency, energy, and vibration. You feel me? Your body language is energy and motion. Your body is a part of the subconscious. It's what helps you connect to the subconscious. We don't even need to talk. Oh, the name. What name? That's why you can do sign language and all type of different stuff. Like, you feel me? The human mind is very advanced. We're very intelligent when we decide to use it. When we decide to think in our higher selves and be critical and think critically for ourselves. But this is a part of the psychological brainwashing that we have to do. We've been brainwashed by white supremacy. We've been brainwashed by our lower self. So we have to rewash our brains with the correct information. We in the age of what? Information. Let's get to it. We in the age of information. Let's get to it. All the knowledge that you need is out here. You feel me? Everything that you go into nature, go connect. Go connect. All the information you need is out here, man. Trying to tell you what's up, Reflection. But yeah, man, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I'm gonna talk to you about something else later on too, though, because people, a lot of people been commenting on my videos saying that this is a physical reality and that the body is real and all. And remember, that's all a part of the subconscious too. I want to break that down later on too. So I'm gonna get back on here probably later on. But Cancer, what's up with your Reflection? You said we harm nature, but don't you eat fish? I do eat seafood. And I'll tell you why. I'm an advocate for seafood, but you don't gotta do what I do. And I want y'all to know this. These are my beliefs. This is what I believe. Like, y'all don't gotta believe and do what I do. None of that. Do your own thing. I'm just on here sharing what I know and sharing what I believe and what I'm doing. You feel me? You don't gotta believe what I believe. These are my beliefs. You don't gotta rebuttal nothing. If you got questions, cool. But you don't gotta try to set me up like I'm a hypocrite or nothing like that. I see what you be doing. But yeah, I do eat seafood. Why is that? Well, the reason being is because seafood comes from where? The ocean. Water holds intelligence. Water holds memory. It's a part of the subconscious mind. In astrology, the moon is what? A water sign, emotions, the subconscious mind. It's, you feel me? It's your memory. It's you. It's who you are in the Akashic records. You feel me? So the ocean holds intelligence. It holds memory. So we live in an environment in North America, peace, one love. We live in an environment in North America where we're not getting our natural resources. We don't have certain natural nutrients, certain light codes and photons that we're not getting from the sun, from fruit, from the salt water in the oceans in the tropical environment that we need. We need that. So here in the Northern Hemisphere, in the United States of America, we're not getting certain necessities. So it behooves you if you want to thrive and live as optimum as you can in the space that you are in, you feel me? Granted, the space you are in, you're gonna have to do what you gotta do. And I know the technologies and the benefits of behind eating seafood. You feel me? Certain seafood like salmon. You feel me? You can eat that seafood. It obtain omega 3s, fatty acids. You feel me? Protein, things you need that's gonna help you be healthier. You feel me? Because you're not in your natural environment. You're not getting the correct sunlight. You're not getting the correct oxygen. You're not getting the correct water. You're not getting fresh fruit. You're not getting fresh vegetables. So certain information and nutrients we're gonna have to get third party. And the ocean is a good way to get that. You feel me? We all come from the womb of a woman. You were submerged in water, in liquid, before you portaled in or logged into this reality. So there's nothing wrong with seafood. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with that. Especially if you're going to utilize that food. And this is another thing I want to say too, like Chief teaches us. We talk a lot about diet, but diet is subjective to the person. You feel me? Because everybody got different astrological programs. Everybody need different things. You feel me? Everybody needs certain stuff for them that's suited to you. But when it comes to diet, remember, what the mind is doing, the body is doing. So it don't matter what you put in your body, man. If your mind is strong, if your mind is indestructible, if you are intelligent, there's no amount of genetically modified food or GMO food that you can put in your body that can harm you. Because your mind is too strong. Your mind is too sharp. It's too intelligent. I can eat McDonald's for 2 months right now. My mind is so sharp and intelligent that I'm just gonna shake back. Like that shit really wouldn't harm me. It wouldn't harm me. Because I'm too intelligent. What my mind is doing, the body is doing. So when it comes to food, now what I will say is that anything, too much of anything or too little of anything is abuse. So you don't want to be overdoing anything. I don't overdo seafood. You feel me? You don't want to overdo or underdo anything. So yeah, whatever you decide to do, have the correct intentions. Like when I eat seafood, I have the correct intentions. The knowledge that I have been given and that I'm abundant and that I'm ruled by gives me the correct intention when I'm consuming that version of me. You feel me? First off, I know that piece of food is me. I'm not separate of it. Then I know that, okay, I need my intentions to this food is for it to nourish me and for this life force to be utilized as a vessel or a catalyst to uplift or take part of something bigger than itself. You feel me? It's just your intentions behind you eating the food. And yeah. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with eating seafood, man. But for each his own. For each his own. I went vegan for 3 years and wasn't eating no meat, no seafood, nothing. You feel me? I wrestled for 15 years. I cut 25 pounds in 4 days. Like I love food, but I'm very disciplined when it comes to food, so I don't know. But yeah though. So yeah, that's what I want to give y'all today about the subconscious mind and how that ties to Jesus and us believing in Jesus or saying the name Jesus still summons our subconscious mind to believe and act in the imagery and the ways of being that we see come from the Caucasian, because Jesus is portrayed to you as a Caucasian man, right? You don't got no pictures of no black Jesus, do you? I do right here. The true Christ is right here behind me. But you ain't grow up with no black Christ. We ain't grow up with none of that. No. So when you say Jesus, your subconscious mind from memory is pulling the image of a stringy hair, blue-eyed white man. You do, Emily B? Okay, you say you do? You grew up with one? You grew up with pictures of black Jesuses everywhere? Okay, even if you did, subconsciously, the world that you live in is based in Christianity. So within your little household, your little 5%, the rest of the world is Christian and believes in Jesus. So that is just going to overrule, even though you consciously was, you feel me, believing in whatever you was doing, and y'all had that. subconsciously, remember, subconsciously, that's what's ruling things. So even still, your subconscious mind, if I was to say Jesus right now, a black man would not pop up in your mind. The image of a Caucasian man is gonna pop up in your mind. Facts. Facts. Put a 3 in the building when if I say Jesus, an image of a white man pop up in your mind. Put a 3 in the building. I just want to see who subconscious mind got programmed to that. I'm not the only one. Now you can consciously replace that image, but when you hear the name Jesus, you automatically, oh, white man, blue eyes and red, strong, stringy hair. You feel me, King Jr.? I knew I had another chosen one in the building. I knew it was another Allegio in the building. Brown skin and hair like wool doesn't fit a Caucasian. But you wanna know what? I ain't even gonna get into it because I broke that down earlier. But it doesn't fit a Caucasian. But the repetitive putting up of Jesus in music, on the TV screen, on the news, Jesus is everywhere. Jesus is everywhere in your subconscious mind. He's on stained glass mirrors in the church. He's on bus stops when you walk past. He's on billboards when you walk past. Come on. But you see how the conscious mind goes against that? The conscious mind thinks that it knows best. But no, the subconscious mind knows what you think you know. But you feel me? That's the download for today, man. I'm gonna get with y'all in a minute, man. Reflect the light from the RCNI3, man. I love myself. Peace to the gods.